let's say they killed her, then what would happen? Would that magic just be gone from the world, or would it just be released like a nuke? I don't know. These are all possibilities. Roofbreaker suggestion with 2.0 tweaks, smallest map possible, brutal, increased bad guy damage output 50%. You remember the game's supposed to be fun, right? That just sounds painful.
Dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil and
All right, this thing. What was this? Breakup fights, rouse knocked out pirates with water, eliminate the rum causing the problems. Eliminate the rum.
I'm sick of you needling me. If you're looking for a fight, you've got one.
Don't start with me, you scurvy scoundrel.
Prepare to suffer. You can't stop genius. I'll defeat you with science.
Where's these guys? Why are you replaying the main story? We're challenge account. We are doing a challenge called Hardcore Craftlocked, where we are trying to beat the whole game without ever dying, and to we can only use gear we craft ourselves.
I'll defeat you with science.
I could use a good fight.
Interesting that the Yours 2 Dragon Saga could be compared to the first Highlander movie, and that in the end there could only be one.
Unbelievable.
Kinda. What is beating the game defined as? Killing Zhaitan? Yes. Yeah. Essentially, I saw a version of the Craftlock challenge from World of Warcraft community, and I was like, oh, that looks really fun, I want to try it. And so we made our own version of it, and our version currently is defeat Zhaitan without ever dying a single time, and you make all your own gear. And that's where we're at right now. Oh, that was the Asura racial thing. Haven't seen that in a while. I say if Irene dies, we go to a new planet in the universe.
Pray, how fun.
Is Zhaitan the one that IRL could not fly because the wings are too small to body mass? I think that'd be a lot of them. But in any case, Zhaitan's the undead one with a million like snakes coming out of his face and stuff. Oh, I forgot I can't glide. I just tried to glide. It didn't work. Pirate's peg leg. Click to consume. What does it do? I don't know what that is. Okay, that heart is done. What's next? Further south. I think only Mordremoth never flew. In the game, Primordus never flew in the game. He was always just like chilling in lava. Mordremoth never flew because he was the jungle. I don't think we ever saw Jormag fly, but it kind of hinted that Jormag flew because we always saw like the head and hands coming out of the mist in places that you would have had to fly to get to. Kralkatorrik definitely flew. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Tho Noodle.
Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy!
Suwon. Yep, I said Suwon. Platinum. Least favorite dragon mug. I mean, I don't really hate any of the dragons. I would say the one that got, like, I was the most disappointed by was Primordius, because they built him up for 10 years, and then they did him dirty with his exit. Like, literally, they were building Primordius up in real life for over 10 years since Guild Wars 1, and then the way that they got rid of him, I was like, oh, that's not right. What's the command for your setup? That's it right there. Raw candy corn. Fun having to watch on a phone because the power is out for the day. Hope your phone battery maintains. Our power went out yesterday, but came back up within like a half an hour. I was a little worried because of the stream streak. Most favorite dragon muck besides Aurene? Oh, Aurene's not even my favorite. Like, I like how they had Aurene exit the stage, but Aurene, is like she was, I mean, it's like the Mary Sue conversation, right? She was the solution to anything. Like, no matter what the problem was, Aurene was the solution. And I kind of tired of that pretty quickly as like a literary device. But I would say, how about aesthetically? Like, in terms of how it looks, Zhaitan. Zhaitan is a horror movie on wings. Like, here, hang on a sec. G2 Zhaitan. Let me pull up a picture for anyone who's not seen him. Alright. So, Zhaitan is like, there's like mini dragon heads coming out of his mouth. Like, this is Zhaitan right here. He's a spooky schmuck. He's this just weird flying dragon zombie thing. Like, I have never, like, been thinking about dragons, and, like, that was the mental image in my head. Like, the artist killed it with Zhaitan. But that's just in terms of, like, graphics, right? Obviously, Zhaitan's fight was kind of a disappointment. A lot of the player base agree on that they would love to see that get reworked. But, again, in terms of, like, aesthetics, Big Z. If you could remove one combat mechanic from the game, what would it be? Does Antiquary count as a combat mechanic? I don't know that there's a specific combat mechanic that I, like, hate or anything. You know what? I would love to add diminishing returns on CC. The game has so very much CC in it that sometimes you get stun locked for days. Diminishing returns is a system from WoW where if you get basically CC'd 3 times in a row, you're immune to that CC for like 30 seconds to a minute so that you can actually play the game. Would not mind that getting added into our game. Mark, don't hate on Antiquary. I made Sigil of Generosity meta, and that is truly a magical thing. We are blessed. That would only work in PvP. I mean, like, for example, in the new metas, there are enemy amalgams that put down fields that stun you over and over and over and over and over and over, unless you can, like, stun break and dodge out of it. Would not mind going immune to stun for a moment after 3 of them. But the devs don't agree with me on that. That's just my thoughts. That's what Muck would do. Alright, these trolls all going Ninja Vanish is really extending how long it takes to kill them. Soiled rag. Oh, like, oh hey, they pooped in that cloth. I'm gonna pick that up. Awesome. Okay, hold on. There is a bunch of ingredients in that camp to my right. I want them. How do I get in there?
sorry drunks focus for just 1 minute. Help me look for the artifacts, and then you can...
Mug, if you could revive one more NPC from the story, which would it be? Revive an NPC. Blish. Air? Air was fine, but kind of boring. Like, in terms of, like, you know, her wants, her desires, her dreams, like, what she wants to do with her life, she was, like, she was just a person to me. There wasn't a lot going on there behind those eyes. Traherne. I could actually see that going very wrong. Because of, like, how... Okay, and also, chat, be vague, because spoilers. But because of how Traherne exited the stage, I feel that if you brought him back, that would be like wishing on a monkey paw, and you would bring back something else, too. Let's see. Oh, there's another tree. Get that. Why is my killing trolls? I'm just trying to get to these resources and they're blocking my way. That's it. Mug, is heal writ easy to play? Yeah, it's not too bad. I actually recorded, last night during the stream, I did a video on, you know, I tried heal writ, and talked about it at length for a while, if you would like to watch that. But in short, yeah, it's not too bad, and I really enjoy it, and it's really good. Someone in chat is asking if Blish was a character and not the name of the HUD. Yes, the Blish HUD program is named after the Blish character in-game. He's introduced in Path of Fire, I think? Okay, got 3 pieces of orange gear we can salvage. Because it's all terrible. It was in Season 4. Oh, okay. Alright. Living World Season 4 was right after about the fire. I remember we met him, like, around Alona, but... Or you know what I'm remembering? I'm remembering that scene with the shipping crate in Alona. That was not when we met him. That was a little bit after. Okay. Got all the crops in here that I wanted. Not the one with the beetle? That's Goric, Blish's brother. Okay, go for that waypoint now. Weirdest design decision from Guild Wars 2 launch that was changed later. No healers. They were trying very hard to avoid the Holy Trinity. No tank heal DPS. And later they were like, you know what, we've made some hard content, we actually need healers. And now we have healers. Oh, shoot. Alright, can I equip it now? Alright, so we're gonna have to get another gathering pick after this. Yours too, no shapeshift skills. I mean, the Norns have some, but, you know. That's kinda, Thoughts on Power Troubadour? No thoughts. I played Troubadour during the beta as a support, and it was really good. I have not played it since it went to live. So I am not sure. Also, I didn't play it as a power at all, so I don't know on that. Mike, don't spit your coffee, but I spit my coffee. Oh, the Isgarin? That's pretty funny. There was a, what was it, the Slay Finder meme? Where it was a very busty Isgarin that someone drew on the Reddit the other day. This looks related to that. Hang on, chat. That's the picture. That's art right there. That is absolutely a thing of all time. Let's see. Okay, need to get out of here. That's Miss Garin. You'll show that, but you won't show the art to the charm. No, I won't. I have a line, and that picture's way over that line. I just need to have the art meme from the Iron Giant on standby. It's art! Would more parkour mechanics think wall running or grappling hooks be a cool expansion mechanic, or just pointless? It'd be pointless. We have 9 different mounts that travel in different ways. We do not need wall running. It's funny, though, because people have asked me if I think they're ever going to add another mount to the game. And I've always responded, the only thing I think we don't already have a mount for is moving on walls. So I would love to see, like, a giant spider mount. Unfortunately, arachnophobia is the most common fear, and Guild Wars 2 is, like, very inclusive, so they'd probably use, like, an iguana instead. Or some other lizard that could run on walls. Gecko? Yeah, something like that. Mountain goat?
It begins!
Okay. Just gonna do this to port out of here. Snake? I don't think... Do snakes usually run on walls?
If any dredge has survived the undead attack, we'll find it.
That's why spiders aren't meta pets. Cap says we reached the point Guild Wars 2 where only meaningful combat traversal update they could do is increase the number in the title. What? I thought you were going to say something about fix warrior charges not getting stuck on terrain. Was not expecting that. What about that fractal where we need the light of Deltramore? Yeah, but there's the big pit, but there's walls, right? So if you had a gecko, you could just skip that whole puzzle. Muck, Griffin, or Skyscale design wins. As someone who has both, I use Skyscale way more than I use my Griffin. But they are both useful in different areas. Remove one mount, which one is it? Ooh, so I want to say Springer, because when you have all mounts, Springer is useless. However, for players that are, you know, going through the story and all for the first time, the Springer is essential for a time. So it can't be Springer, because, like, during the growing process, you need it. Um... I mean, honestly, Turtle's the most useless one, I think. Like, there's a couple of metas that force you to use the Turtle to break through things, but you could do that with, like, Warclaw. And it's the slowest one. But it is a multi-seater mount. Collect weapons from shipwrecked weapon crates, bring them to Quaggan, help Quaggan fight undead. Skyscale has siege attacks the firewall, yeah. Where are the Quaggan? Bring to Quaggan guards. Where are Quaggan guards? Juvenile red. Do I have a red jellyfish? Here you go, buddy. Ah, he won't take it. Are drops still on? Nope. The drops week ended last night. / this morning. Which is the next mount to get reworked next? Again, I'm hoping Springer.
Are you here?
But we'll see. When they chose to do Skimmer next, I was surprised. Hi, Muck. I had a Craftlocked question. What's up, Aura? I found the new update made the Skimmer a good option now. I agree with you. That doesn't change the fact that I was surprised. Can I play with a bow but without that pet? I mean, you're asking... Okay, so one, you can use a different pet. But if you're asking if you can play with a bow and not be a ranger, the answer is yes. The Guardian, if they become a Dragon Hunter, can use a longbow. Warrior can use bow. Like, there are other options that can use bow if you want. You don't need to be a DH now to use a bow with Soto. Even if you have Soto, you still have to own the expansion that gave Dragon Hunter if you want to have it unlocked, though. Like, Adstrike, keep in mind, we're talking to new players if they're asking that question. So they probably don't have all the expansions yet. I feel like Springer is relevant in all content for those of us with no sky skill. Jackal gets very low use. Yeah, Jackal is the only mount that can get you into those, what are they called? The sand portals? So it'll always have a use for that, but if you're not going through sand portals, yeah, I don't use it much. You need DH unlock, yeah. So what Soto does is allow you to use any elite spec weapons you have unlocked on your other elite specs. You still have to have them unlocked. Give Springer a glide ability? A glide ability? I never use Raptor. Honestly, I feel like I never used Raptor since the Warclaw update in Enchanthir. Alright, nothing here we need. Wait, did that take?
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
Okay, there we go. Alright,
What am I doing wrong? Keeps coming apart at the spearhead. Did you tighten the bolt fastener when you attach the head assembly?
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Blue, 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 blue. item, deposit all that. I'm gonna go back over here and sell junk. And eat luck, eat luck, eat luck. Can use this on these 3 orange items. Whoa! Ascended dark matter. What the heck? Don't think I'm gonna have a use for that anytime soon. Eat my last ham sandwich. Okay. Let's see. Let's go up there. Mug, in the video you posted for Craftlocked, you mentioned doing an alt character to access more crafting disciplines. Why don't you do it all on one character? You could swap them around and max on alt characters. Cost 50 silver to swap at level 500 crafting. Aura. My life savings is 88 silver. You just described the reason I'm not doing that. Spending 50 silver every time I swap them is not feasible for this brand new account. It is free silver to just have a second character and use their crafting profs. It smells like pour in here, Aura. I can't do that. Are you ever allowed to sell mats or is it banned? I'm allowed to sell stuff on the TP if I want. Here's the thing, free to play is not allowed to do a whole lot with the TP. But it's like, for example, poultry meat sells for like 40 silver. I've been selling poultry meat instead of using it. But like, if this random thing, watch, it won't let you. You can only sell super basic stuff. Trick-or-treat bags, I've been able to sell for like 2 or 3 silver each. Let's go west and open up the map. Also, my character doesn't have a rebreather, so we've just been holding our breath underwater for a year now. You should just do some lab and get some bags and XP. Honestly, that sounds really boring. Yeah, well, if I wanted to just farm money, I could just go farm the lab or poultry or something. Honestly, the lab would be kind of risky because if Steve slapped me, the run would be over. But that sounds really boring. I'm trying to play a Chronomancer and it needs Heart of Thorns. So when I try and buy expansions 1 and 2, it says I already own it. Why can't I play the Chrono? Haramja, if you hit H and you go to training and you go to Druid, well, sorry, I said Druid, but you know, like whatever thing, it says requires Heart of Thorns. Also, have you spent hero points on it? Have you tried to spend hero points on it? Like, to put hero points into an elite spec, you have to have all the ones up here filled up completely. But if you have all those filled up completely, you should be able to put points in there. Oh, that's the edge of the zone. Okay, so south. You can sell stuff you craft? On free-to-play, I cannot. We actually tried, because I made a few excess things and tried to sell them, and it didn't let me. You don't die in the raceway? Again, though, like, one, I don't want the success of this run to be hinged on, was it Halloween? So, I don't really want to do that. Like, yeah, I could level from 2 to 80 by doing Labyrinth stuff,